Yeah, now go to the page on YouTube on your phone and then copy that link.
Yeah. So how do I see this on this?
Let me just refresh. Because we have. Okay, there we go. Boom.
Just let it fill out for now.
There we go.
Just let it fill out.
So it's gonna go to episode 63. So we're at episode 51. So we still got a little bit left.
In what?
My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
We got about 12 episodes. I keep my ideals in there.
It's not letting me into my Instagram.
Listening to this shit. What was I about to look for? I don't know.
How can I edit tags?
You gotta go back to Creator Studio. Just go back, hit that back arrow. One more.
There we go.
Yeah, you've had this car as your background for how long? You don't even want it.
It's my boy, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he died.
Oh, shit.
That was his car.
That shit was nice.
Yeah, man. It was one of the nicest cars ever.
You drove that one?
Yeah, that was his car.
It's crazy. What happened to his car?
I don't know. He died in a motorcycle accident.
Damn. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't realize.
It's all good. So now let me go forward, I guess? No?
Yeah, you can. Forward into our...
Over here. Hey, we got 3 people watching right now. One of them is me. One of them is this TV. You watching?
I'm watching.
So it's 3 of us. This is us 3. Chat. It sucks that I can't share this right now.
Why not?
Look, I'm trying to go on Brothers D. It doesn't let me in. I don't know why.
Try signing out.
Okay.
Press and hold at the bottom right.
Alright, guys.
I don't know, let's just try this.
Let's start streaming.
What y'all want to talk about first?
Not yet. I'm looking for the chapter.
We're doing 909?
Mm-hmm. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am
Let me go get a beer.
Oh,
You guys want beers?
Nah.
Sorry, buddy.
I know you're gonna start right now.
Let's go.
Is it already streaming?
Yeah.
Oh shit, fuck you.
I am.
you can play. Debate.
Okay. Apologies, brothers. Oh, dude. They've been on the stream.
Alright. Oh, look. That's me.
You're gonna get feedback.
I know. Alright, let's start this shit. Ladies and gentlemen, this is chapter 909 and 910 reviewed by the Brothers of D. I am Gary D. Luffy. This is Jesus. And this is my man In Face Hands. And last week we didn't make a chapter because life happens. And it gets in the way sometimes. But guess what? Now we get to cover 2 chapters. And, you know, let's get it started.
It's better to cover 2. 2 heads is better than 1.
Oh, yeah.
So the title of 909's chapter was Seppuku. And it starts off with the mink guardians, I guess, the mink guards, the really top dog mink guards, and they escorted Neko Mamushi
To the town that Marco was in.
to go see a town where we see a familiar friend, Marco Phoenix.
Marco
And
the Phoenix. Do you guys see him? Dude was like.
we haven't
in
seen
the
Marco in a
flashback.
very long time.
Like 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute we've seen Marco. Last time we saw Marcos, he was just basically, what was he
He was
doing?
in the war.
It was in the war.
He was in the
It
war.
was in the war when he was like, I guess rescuing Luffy, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's cool to see Marco, like, now he's a doctor in like this town that Whitebeard was like, apparently like throughout his whole pirating career, all this dude was doing was pillaging villages so he can build his own, because like it wasn't endorsed by the world government, so it's a fucked up ass place to live in.
Yep.
Mm.
And you know, you start to find out that this village was Whitebeard's,
Yeah.
and all his money, all his expenses, really were to take care of this country or this village or this town, whatever it is.
I think it's a whole island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it's obviously where he was born, and even though it says that he doesn't have anyone he loves there, he still has love for the location. So, you know, it's good to see, I guess, that sort of loyalty in the Whitebeard pirates. It goes to tell you how different they are compared to some of the other pirates. For example, I don't think the Kid pirates would be like that, you know, nor the Blackbeard pirates.
Mm-hmm.
We all know how savage those guys could be.
Yeah, and one of the things that we get to see in this chapter is that we get to see Whitebeard as a kid, and like none of us really think that Weevil is Whitebeard's actual kid because it would like completely contradict his character. But Weevil looked just like Whitebeard as a kid. He looked just like him, so it's actually pretty funny. He just got his stash now, so.
Yeah.
And his mom is mad ugly, so.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Truth to this. So, Nekomamushi comes by and he basically says, "Yo, shit's going down. We need your ass. Come help." And Marco Phoenix just basically says like, "Yo, man, I'm here to protect this town. There's all that Whitebeard got left, and I can't just let it, get attacked by a Blackbeard because Blackbeard's that kind of guy."
Mm-hmm.
It's so sad. I don't know, man. I feel like this is gonna be one of those moments in the anime where they're really gonna flesh it out, and it's like again they're gonna have the sad music, and like Marco's gonna be crying, like I felt like that panel was just so well drawn, seeing Marco like just fucking this dude was broken, man. Like his dad was shot, like so the manga is different than the anime. In the anime they just like I think he got shot somewhere. But like in the manga, half of his face got blown off.
Yeah.
He got stabbed in the chest by like one of his sons.
Yes.
He died in front of him because Blackbeard eventually killed him, and they killed Ace. And then like this dude goes and he gets his he spends like a year preparing to take this dude Blackbeard down, and Blackbeard just spanks the whole fucking team. The whole squad, mad people probably died because of him, and then he's over here, like, that dude's broken, man. I feel bad for Marco. He's doing some shit. Man.
He's healing, like just like all these Drake guys right now.
That's actually pretty poetic if you think about it, because like Marco's over here, he's being a doctor and he's like healing other people, and that's something we just found out, that his Phoenix powers, they ain't gonna cure you if you break your leg, but it could help you out a little bit faster. But he's like you said, he's healing, but he's healing other people and he's healing himself at the same time.
Yep. I definitely want to go into another aspect of the chapter. I noticed at the very end of the chapter, Marco asked Nekomamushi, "Hey, so you're going to Wano, right?" And he says, "Yeah."
No, that was the manga stream mistranslation.
No, I'm talking about Marco asking Nekomamushi.
Oh yeah,
you're going to Wano, right? And Nekomamushi says, "Yeah, I'm going to Wano." I was like, "Well, I want you to leave a message for me," and the message is simple. Well, obviously we don't know what the message is, but this leads me to believe that it's very possible that wherever Nekomamushi is right now, it's on the way to Wano. Because why would you just stop by? I don't think Nekomamushi will go out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, he went initially to recruit Marco for what they needed. That was like the whole point of just going to get Marco, seeing if they can catch him as an ally.
Yeah. But who knows? I think like this is like a subtle hint. Like Marco is conflicted, and I think eventually he's going to show up again in the future in a very crucial part where it seems like everything is done, that they're about to die, that it's game over, will our heroes fall? But Oda, he likes to apply these little hints and clues, and I think Marco's a big one. I think Marco's gonna show up for this arc.
Yeah.
You know what I really want to happen in like with Marco, like I just feel like they need to give him a win, man. Like this dude is one of the illest L's in the series. Like he needs a win. Like he needs something. I hope he takes down Weevil or just something, because like
It's nuts.
It hurts, man.
It does hurt.
Yeah.
So then after
and then out of nowhere we're hit
with the Wano. With the Wano country.
With the Wano.
Yeah.
You see a big splash shot of this big palace.
It's beautiful.
A tree growing over it. Tons of Japanese inspired art. I love it. It's amazing. Goda's the man.
Then we see Frankie.
We see Frankie.
Yeah. I just
We
want
s-
to, yo, man. I'm sorry. It's crazy that we're finally in Wano, man. Like we've been waiting for so long. I was watching a lot of reviewers and like a lot of like comments and stuff like that, kind of like complaining because the Reverie just like they never finished the Reverie. It's just like what the hell, what the fuck happened? I don't know, man.
We're definitely going back to the Reverie. It's just gonna be later, like days later.
We might, but we might not.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know because the way Oda likes to play things out, he'll like yeah, this looks all crazy, but then it's off screen. Because like there's so much story to tell. Like I get it, but I feel like this time around, I think they all got the hint. Especially like the good thing about manga is Oda can change things as they go. So if Oda sees the reception that he got for this Reverie, he could possibly bring it back and end it. The Reverie is also 7 days, so they're still like finding out everything is going. So all the events that were foreshadowed to us in the past 3 or 4 Reverie chapters tell us that shit's about to go down, and I don't think it's gonna happen in the beginning of Reverie. It's gonna happen towards the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna see.
I'm just hyped we're back on. I'm sorry.
It'd be funny that because I mentioned it earlier off screen to Gary that they start the Reverie speaking about Luffy and the Straw Hats, and we come back to them days later and they're still talking about them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, what should we do about these Straw Hats?
So later on in the chapter, we see Frankie, we see Zoro, and we basically see Zoro in a situation.
Yo, can we talk about my man Usopp
Rocking the goatee.
rocking the goatee?
Everyone's
and-
rocking this guy. So is Robin too. What am I saying? I forgot.
Yeah. My man Usopp, straight hustling like always. It's just mad cool because it's like, this is the first time we've seen like the rest of the crew in about 2 years, and like it was just like between this chapter and the next one, like personally, like as a One Piece fan for like a really long time, like I kind of just missed this lightheartedness, like the Reverie, like it was kind of like it's heavy, and like everything that was like going on before too, like with Katakuri and Luffy, the show was mad heavy. So like I appreciate these like lighthearted ones, like Usopp selling snake oil.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, Usopp is
It's
the creepy old salesman, and that definitely fits his character. What else do we see here?
So I have a question for you guys. That's something that didn't get seen brought up in any other kind of like review. Is so Frankie? He's like working as a carpenter, right? And like I feel like as you read the chapter, you're just supposed to think like, oh, this is what he's doing for now. Do you think he's actually building something worthwhile?
That's very possible.
Yeah, maybe the new ship.
Cause you see Frankie, he's building something, right? Usopp, he's selling stuff, so he's trying to get money. And then Robin is over there and she's infiltrating stuff because she's trying to meet the Shogun. So like, I don't know, like I don't know where that's gonna go, but like I didn't see anyone talk about that, so I want to bring it up.
100% true. It's very possible. Frankie is obviously the tech guy in the series. He's the one that's built up all their ships to the best they could be, and I don't think he's gonna be creating another ship. I think
the Sunny's the last.
I think
ship.
the Sunny is the Sunny for them. Like that's like their ship.
Yeah.
I don't think Oda ever wanted the Straw Hats to have like a grand fleet. Like they have followers, they have influence, and that's all that matters. That's the whole point. But I would not be surprised if he comes out with like a Hulk like a quote unquote Hulk buster, like in the Avengers movies, because Frankie would be that kind of guy.
Another transformation for himself. Because he's transformed what, like
Hulk
2 or 3
buster.
times?
Yeah, man. I'm hyped because in this chapter we also saw Raizo. He's the world's ugliest ninja.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You guys remember how long it took to find out what Raizo looked like?
Yo.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
I love in the
he's
anime.
hilarious looking.
Yeah, in the anime they like be adding the like the yo.
Yeah.
sound when we come on is great.
That's funny as hell. But
And then the best part of the chapter.
the best part of the chapter goes to Zoro. Obviously, the alpha of the group.
Yeah.
He is being framed
He's the
for
senior
being a
member.
murderer, and Zoro, I guess, with his special Zoro skills, immediately smells that the real murderer is the guy in charge, and he's given, oh, you're a samurai and you believe in honor, so you're gonna kill yourself right here for all the people that you killed, and then. Zoro's just playing along with it, and then he gets that whiff. He says, wait a minute, you're the killer. And he realizes that. And then he just goes for the kill.
Yeah.
And everyone's just shocked. It's pretty crazy.
My dude cut a house and a dude in half with a freaking butter knife.
Yeah. And we still haven't even seen him go full out yet.
Yo, that's one of the things that's been
Since the 2 year of training
Yo,
after
that's
the war.
the thing that's like upsetting to me. Like, if you told me in 2011, 2012, whenever that time skip happened, that we wouldn't see Zoro be in a serious fight for the next decade, I would cry.
So the chapter ends that way, and then we get to this week's chapter, which is 9-10, and I feel like it's definitely the proper introduction to Wano. I'm enjoying the cover stories with Orlumbus. He's basically like the leader of the Straw Hat Fleet.
Yeah.
And the last
isn't it technically Bartolomeo?
it's probably him, but this guy is obviously the one doing all the Straw Hat shit.
Yeah.
What
What do you guys think what is he doing anyway? I mean, like with this. In
Well, in the last chapter, they
looks
were
like he's feeding a town.
in the last chapter, the cover story, they were pillaging and they were attacking. I'm like, oh man, they're being pirates, huh? But then the next chapter is they realize yo, these people don't got nothing, so they give them everything back, and they're giving. I don't know, it's pretty cool. You could tell that.
That's so funny.
Yeah, you could tell the difference in piratry in the One Piece world. It goes to show you that no one's perfect, no one's really 100% good, but that doesn't make them 100% bad. And I feel like that's one thing Oda was trying to drive a point to with this series. There's so many different kinds of people in this world, but you're trying to put this label on justice, and you start excluding people, and if they don't fit that mold, then you're pretty much fucked. And that's what One Piece is about, man. And honestly, I relate to it very much in real life today.
Yeah. That shit is dope.
So going back to the chapter,
See Luffy.
we see Straw Hat Luffy introduced with the 1.5 billion berries. Bro.
Berry bucks.
Billion berry bucks.
Yo, it's crazy, man. My dude's legit at 1.5 billion. I just imagine some guy in Japan. He's like, he never read One Piece before, and then he just opens like the latest chapter, and then he just sees that like 1.5 billion. Like, damn, why is this motherfucker worth $1.5 billion? You know?
Word. Luffy's come a long way, man. He's earned them berries.
Yeah. Especially after
Katakuri fight.
Yeah, the Katakuri fight, and then how they fucking lied about Luffy taking down Doflamingo.
Oh yeah.
Because his bounty should have went up then, but it didn't.
Yo, Luffy, he deserves every single dollar of that, every single berry of that. He's been putting in work. He took down Doflamingo. He took he burned down Big Mom's castle in her own territory. He spanked 2 of her commanders. He got his crew member back. Yo,
and he got Jinbei on the squad.
Yeah.
But we don't know if he died or not.
Yeah, we don't know. I hope not.
He didn't die. Do you guys think Pedro's dead?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think so.
I think so. Like, I don't know, because Pal fucking my life up. I don't trust Oda now when he kills people, because like Pal should have had no rights to come back, and he did. So I don't know where Pedro's dead or not. I feel like maybe it's a new world, so like everything is more serious now, so people are actually dying. But I don't know if he's dead. Maybe they're gonna do something in the future, like where he gets some of his soul back from Big Mom. But I don't know. My dude took dynamite to the face.
True.
Yeah.
You know, blew off another arm from someone else. Like that arm don't exist no more.
How much savagery can someone take?
Yeah.
Um,
Apart, do you guys? All right. What do you guys? How do you guys feel about this? Do you want Pedro to be alive?
I think if he died, it would have been more emotional. And the fact that it was so sudden and they had no time to react and they had to keep going just showed, like, you know, it was just so sudden. It's just like, yo, man, that's it.
Yeah, I can see
He's
that.
dead. But I think there's something more to it.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely an older thing to do.
Because it kind of was dust off the shoulder thing, like they just kept it moving.
But I also feel like that's more realistic. You know.
Is that because you have to?
Think about it in real life. You know, like, would you have, if you in that situation, you over here in enemy territory, you blowing shit the fuck up, y'all are trying to get the fuck out of there, and then like your boy, like, he sacrifices himself because if he doesn't, y'all are all gonna die. You don't have time to mourn his death. You need to be the fuck out and live because that's what he wanted you to do. He didn't want you to be over there crying. So I don't know. It's like I do feel like that we didn't get that like emotional moment, but I think that was like also a part of it. It's just like, yo, this is real shit, bro. Like,
Rest in peace,
Yeah,
Pedro.
I thought he was dead.
But going back on track to the chapter, we got one Luffy, the newspaper's coming in. It's like another day on the sunny. Everyone's just chilling on their way to Wano. And we get Sanji in a very usual Sanji's thirsty for women type mood. And he's looking at all these princesses at the reverie. And it's cool. Like, I like it. They're all understanding, oh, look, the reverie's going on right now. And this is all taking place at the same time. This is all, like, coming into fruition. And honestly, man, I know a lot of people are upset about what's going on because the reverie was very like, oh my god, it just grabbed you so much. So many questions got answered, and so many more questions have been presented.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a very cool thing. So let's hope Oda brings it back. But at the same time, I'm not expecting it either. Oda's gonna tell his story the way he wants to tell it. So.
yeah. Do you guys think Sanji, like, so how do you guys feel about Sanji acting like this? Like, you know, we're just talking about Pedro. He pretty much just found out that Pedro died because of him, you know? Like, one of the things I was, like, reading on the internet, a whole bunch of people were kind of, like, shitting on Sanji. It's just like, yo, he's back to his old self. Like, there's, like, no growth from him. He's over here fawning at women when he just, that's kind of, like, it's not what got him that in the first place, but, like, you know, he just went through, like, this whole fucking arc where he, like, fell in love with someone and shit, and
well, I mean, the way for me is like Sanji will always love women. That's just his character. It's a comedic. It's for comedic purposes, and you know, he just like.
I like it. I always think it's funny.
I think people just really taking it too seriously. You gotta understand, like, this is a shonen anime.
Yeah.
These are one of the many tropes that they're known for. So it's like you really like. One Piece has so much depth. I give it that, but at the same time, it's still gonna have that shonen quality to it. So you really can't like
goofy. It's gonna be goofy a bit.
You know, and also like if you really want to go play that card. Think about Vivi. Think about Rebecca. All these people, Shirahoshi. He like these are people that he hasn't seen in a while. So you know he's gonna miss him. Everyone else is stoked to see him. Chopper's going crazy when he sees Doctorine. You know, Chopper cuts her picture out because he's just like, oh my god, like it's a lot of setup, and then we finally get the fucking octopus.
Yeah.
What's up with the octopus? That thing just popped up. What page did it pop up? It was just chilling there.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It was really, really funny, and I knew something was up with that octopus.
In page 6, next to the brook.
And it's just like, you know, as soon as he makes a noise, that's when shit starts going crazy. And they get introduced to the waters of Wano, and it's so cool. It looks so, the storms look cool. You could tell that the way everything that you're about to see in this chapter is just like you're in Wano country now. You're not on the Grand Line.
You're not in Kansas no
It's
more.
dangerous. The waters are dangerous.
Yo, that was mad funny. I love this moment because I felt like this chapter, because it was such a One Piece chapter. Like, it had like all the stupid gags.
And you know, it wouldn't be a One Piece beginning of arc scene without them all going like, oh my god, we're reaching the destination. Holy shit, here's a whirlpool.
Yeah.
You know, that's such a like
Every time.
it doesn't fail. And once again, we get another shonen trope, which is once our heroes get to the destination, they get split apart.
That's actually a One Piece. Is that another like?
Many of them do that.
Oh yeah.
Many shonen anime do that. Saint Seiya does it. Fairy Tail does it.
Yeah, it's mad funny.
It's
I
a
thought it
bunch.
was hilarious because like I was just like, damn, we're 2 chapters into Wano and then it's already separated.
It happened right going into
Dress
the Big
Rose,
Mama arc.
everything, yeah.
Every single one.
So we get Luffy trying to catch these large koi fish to eat, and then he gets blown away, and everything's like, what the hell's going on with this guy? Like, what's he doing? And then, you know, he comes up out of nowhere and grabs the 2 fish right in front of him, and then the whole Sunny starts getting lifted up into this waterfall that defies all logic and just goes up into the mountains. And, you know, we get that whirlpool scene. Everything blacks out, and Luffy wakes up by himself. And he's surrounded by some Japanese-style looking animals with katanas.
Yeah.
And
It must be Wano.
it
must be
we're
Wano.
on Wano. We're on Wano. So
I thought that was hilarious. He was just like, oh, it's a baboon with a giant katana?
you know,
Just as I thought. This must be Wano.
These animals got katana. I guess I'm really in Wano.
Yep.
That's so funny.
That's how it ends.
And that's when you gotta realize, like, you know, this is, you know, a lot of people think like, oh my God, we're reaching the end of One Piece, and yeah, I guess we are, but
Nah, we just got
you
a
need
lot.
to understand that this is going to take a couple of years. You know, the Reverie, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna find the ending of this until I would say maybe 2 or 3 years tops. So
We got, in this arc, Wano has been built up literally for like 5-6 years. Pretty much since the time skip, since they started on Punk Hazard. Which is wild, just to think about how long ago this was set up. The second, it was like, what? It was right after Fishman Island.
mhm.
Yeah.
So right after Punk Hazard, this is what was when this was set up. That's when we met Kinemon and all that stuff. So I forgot what was going with that.
It's all good. It happens. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
We blank out sometimes, guys. This is an unscripted live stream, and you know, everything just ends with Luffy in Wano country. We don't know where the other guys are, and we're just gonna wait till next week, and yeah, I think that about wraps up the
That's
story.
the last chapter.
That
That's the
wraps
last
it up.
page.
You know, we're gonna, like I said, this whole arc is not going to be rushed at all whatsoever. You can tell by the pacing. You know, a lot of things were introduced, and that's the whole point. They want you to question. They want you to theorize. You know, Oda. This is what Oda does, man. This is what he's known for. Like, so enjoy the ride while you can, because just like many other anime series, manga series that I've seen before, it's gonna end, and it sucks when it ends. But you know, all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
Just like this stream, guys. So thanks for having us. Thanks for sticking around. We're a little lazy today. We apologize. But next week we'll be back. Expect some cool shit very soon. We're doing live reactions. We're doing a whole bunch of other cool shit this year. So yeah, man. Follow us on Instagram, Brothers of D. We're gonna be doing IGTV videos. Follow Jesus. He's a rapper. He does really Jesus809 on Instagram. MFaceHands08. Follow him on Twitch as well.
Yeah. Twitch is 91 and Instagram is 08.
If you like what we talk about, we're gonna be on Twitch soon as well. So, you know, thanks for sticking around for this long. Adios, guys.
Peace.
Peace.